And I'm at
Maryland
Phoenix.
Spear Devil?
Maryland Spirit Level.
Level, okay.
Yes.
Okay, and we're here about the flat earth research.
Okay, so I'm a street teacher.
Okay.
And I go out. This is the first time I've been in Phoenixville teaching flat earth, although I come over here all the time.
Okay.
So North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge.
Okay.
Captain James Cook logged 60,000 miles in his journal, and that is 60,000 miles on this map.
Okay.
But Antarctica on the ball is only 9. So there's a big discrepancy there.
Okay.
Okay? So there's, we can see too far. There's no curvature to be found.
Right.
I have videos I made myself of Wildwood to Atlantic City, 32.6 miles away, and there's no curvature.
Okay.
I was getting street lights at nighttime.
Okay.
And that should have been down 681 feet. That's like a 68-story building.
Right.
It's not happening.
So, okay, a couple questions. So, you were talking to me earlier about the ship going off the horizon, right?
Okay.
So
yeah.
Can you?
So it goes into the vanishing line. Did you ever hear the vanishing point?
Yeah.
That has 4 planes.
Right.
The 2 on the sides, top and bottom.
Right.
And it's like railroad tracks in the distance. You can see them go to a point.
Right.
But you know they continue, and you know they do not converge.
Right.
So the same thing goes with a ship going over the horizon.
So where does the ship go then? That's the
It
point.
goes
Is it like a waterfall?
No, it doesn't. Now you know yourself. Did you ever go anywhere like on the ocean?
I've traveled. I mean,
so
I've,
it doesn't go over the end.
yeah,
So
but
where does it go?
Where does it go? Yeah.
Okay, your eyes, it goes into the vanishing line of the horizon.
So is it like
That's
a-
how your eyes see. Okay, now if you had a high-powered zoom lens like on a P1000,
Right.
you could see that ship come back into focus to a certain point.
Right.
There's other factors. 2 other factors. One is angular resolution, which is if I stand here, I can't see what that word says.
Right.
I have to come out here to see it. Okay, that's angular resolution. It doesn't resolve until you get away from it and make a bigger angle.
Okay.
The other is moisture in the air. Did you ever drive in a fog?
Of course.
Okay, you can't see right in front of you, right? So you stretch that out over miles because there's moisture in the atmosphere.
Right.
It occludes things.
Right.
So those are the 3 things you have to think about.
Well, you still didn't answer my question. Where does the ship go? If it's flat, where does it go?
It's just straight up, keep going. It just keeps going.
Like, so what you're saying then
Just
is...
'cause you can't see it doesn't
Well, what you're
mean
saying
it's
then
not
is the
there.
Earth would be infinite.
No,
It's not.
Antarctica goes around the outside edge.
Yeah, but eventually you get
Well, wait a minute.
you get to that edge. Where do you go
What's
then?
your first name?
Chris.
Chris, is this the world according to Chris?
No.
Are you
it's
creating
a world according
the
to
world?
some kind of science.
No.
And I'm asking
Well,
you a
science-
legitimate question.
Science is farther than what you can see.
Well, yeah, and I just asked you a question. Is
Yeah.
it infinite? And you said no, and which would say it's
No,
further
it's
than
not.
I can see.
Yeah, it's further than you can see,
Well, then, but according to what you're saying, this is a
but
finite.
you are finite.
But you're saying this is a finite circle.
Yes.
Okay, then where does the ship go when it gets to the end of the
It
circle?
goes away from you. It
You're
goes
not answering the
away.
question.
It does.
You're not answering the question, though.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
It goes out of your sight.
No, it
It goes out of your
I am
sight
here
range.
because I enjoy being educated, but you're not answering my question.
It sounds like you just enjoy an argument.
No, I enjoy learning things, but you're not giving me
Really?
an answer to a legitimate question.
And guess what? I don't have to.
No, but you-
all I can do is share the evidence, and all you have to do is think. But you can't do that today.
I can think very openly.
So I gave you one of these, and there you type in the video, and you'll get everything on my banners, and then you have to think.
But,
And I know
believe
that's tough
look,
sometimes.
No, it's not tough. I've written about other dimensions, so believe me when I say I can think.
Good.
I can think very open-mindedly.
Good.
So the next question is, have you ever taken a laser and proven your theory about the straight line idea?
No, I took a P1000 to Wildwood, and I
And did you have
video
somebody
on
track
my
it on
ch-
the other side? Like how far
No.
does that laser shoot?
Oh, P1000 camera can zoom in 100 miles. Easy.
Okay.
And we have infrared photography too, that like 1,200 miles. There's just no curvature.
Okay, so what started you on this mission, if I may ask?
Well, I was just in Easter of 17. I was just on the internet, and up popped these flat Earth videos, and I said, "Oh, that's crazy! I'm not looking into that."
Right.
And then
Now, where was this? You said
at home on YouTube,
on YouTube.
and it just kept popping up.
Right.
So I said, I'm not looking into that. That's crazy.
Right.
Second time I saw it, I said, oh, those poor delusional Christians, because I know the Bible's a flat earth book. Okay, I know that. So the third time I said, okay, now this is ridiculous. I was frustrated with it, and I said, all right, if there's anything to this, there has to be a working model.
Right.
So I went looking for a working model, and I found it, and I found 200 proofs video, and I didn't stop it. I didn't put it down. I researched and researched, and I'm a smart cookie. My dad was a math teacher. And this perspective is something that you really have to study. It took me a couple weeks on that. I didn't want to accept it, but it's true.
So what's your end game? What's your goal with this?
I'm just loving on mankind.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing here. I
Right.
just give people information. I can't convince them, but I just love people and to tell them the truth. If you hate people, you lie to them.
So
That's right.
So you gave me that. You gave me your brochure.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate you educating me on what you have and sharing all your knowledge. But the next time I see you, I want you to give me a better answer than that. Because
Really?
I gotta call bullshit.
Well, I think you got to give me an answer.
What?
That your eyes can see like Superman or something, right? Is
No,
that what-
it's common sense.
It's the world according to Chris.
No, it's a straight up black and white question. If the
I
Earth,
can't tell you anything,
no,
buddy.
if the Earth is flat, where is the drop off point? And you haven't told me where it is.
Oh no, you didn't. You didn't say that. You said where does the ship go?
Well, that's the same
and I
thing.
said it just goes till it hits Antarctica here. That's
And
what
then-
I pointed.
and then it
and
goes
what's
in-
past Antarctica?
and then goes
what is
where?
there?
Where does it go from there?
You asked John Kerry because he flew there last
You're not
year.
answering the question. It has to go somewhere.
Well, okay.
You just say it keeps on going.
I
Well,
have a
yeah.
theory.
If the world was round, it would keep
I
on
have
going
not
around
been
and
there.
it would come back.
No. If I had a theory.
What's the theory?
The theory is we live inside a torus field.
Right, I know
okay?
what a torus is,
We
yeah.
are the inertial plane.
Okay.
Do you know what the inertial plane is?
I mean,
Okay.
I can see where your hand is. That's your
That's the
inertial
inertial plane inside a torus field. North Pole.
Right.
We are in here. It's a push down. It's not a pull down because there's no ball.
All right.
And gravity pulls the center of a ball, which
Right.
you can't do anyway
And-
because the core loses gravity over 1,000 degrees.
Right.
Magnetism. So the South Pole is probably down here underneath the Earth.
Okay.
This south rim is what we call south, but it's really not any magnetism to it.
Okay.
But there is a continuous field to this.
Okay, so if the ship's inside, like what you call the.
Yeah, we are, all of us.
Okay,
Everything we
so
know.
so
is in
picture I'm the
No,
ship
we
and I'm
are.
coming out from your finger, right? And I come out here beyond the edge of this torus. Where does the ship go then?
I don't think you can go past it
Well, the ship.
because I think there's a dome.
Okay, correct me if I'm
dome.
wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's been many proven documentaries of people sailing all the way around the world.
Uh-huh. That's right. Okay.
So according to your theory,
this
they
is-
just
no,
drop
no,
off.
No. Here's my compass, all right? It's very cold. I can't open it. But this is my compass. You're
Right.
North Pole, right?
Right.
I'm going to circumnavigate you. I'm still pointing to the North Pole, right? North. And I just circumnavigated you.
Right, you went around the
Okay?
circle, right?
So that's the same thing. Circumnavigate, just going around the North Pole. It doesn't mean that it has to be a ball.
You went in the circle, though. That's
Yeah,
a ball.
I went in a circle.
Yeah, it's a
And what
ball.
did I do here? I just
If-
went in a circle.
Yeah, but you're negating like some of your actual evidence with what you're saying because
I'm
that's
curious how
What?
thick the Earth is and how thick it is.
Well, the deepest hole they ever dug was 8 miles. That's all we know. They didn't hit anything. They
So
just,
what you're saying is if we were able to see like Star Trek and like a three-dimensional
oh
like
man, if you're going to
thousand
bring up TV, I mean, where are you? That's not
1,000 mile
science.
view away.
That's
I'm
science fiction.
I'm using it as a reference. That's all I'm saying.
How can you use science fiction as a reference?
I mean, look, I'm just a
No.
person that's looking for some facts.
Okay,
in
well,
what
let
you're
me tell
saying.
you want to believe this and Star Trek, and flat Earth is over here. So you got to look at the evidence and put it one way or the other. You can't have both.
All right, but you still haven't told me where the ship goes. When it gets to the edge of what you're saying,
It goes
is
to
this,
the edge of Antarctica.
and then it would disappear. Where would it go?
Why would it disappear?
Where, okay, if it goes to the edge of Antarctica, which you're
Okay,
saying,
it can put it in
then
reverse.
where would it come
and
back?
It can put it in reverse and come
Right?
back. It can turn around and drive back or sail back.
but that's not going in a circle.
This
then.
is all we've got. This is a circle.
Right.
This is all we've got. That's all. There is no outer planets.
Yeah. Well, then
There are no other
okay,
planets.
Okay, so
There's
now
never
I
been
get what you're
pa-
saying. This is North Pole, and the center of what we're saying right now is North Pole, right? More or less, right?
Yeah.
So there's never been any kind of video or any kind of episodes of ships basically falling off
Okay.
the edge of this.
Do you have unlimited resources?
I mean, basically,
like the government.
Yeah.
The government has unlimited
Okay,
resources.
the only-
Do you think they're telling you the truth?
the only way.
Do you think the government is telling you the
is
truth?
the moon flat or round?
The only thing we can see is 2 dimensions in a telescope. That's all we can see in a. But I think the moon is a light. It's like a plasma light. It's not a rock. It's
So-
not reflecting. It's glowing its own light. It's actually a putrefying light. It's colder than moon shade.
So the only place that I'm aware of in the world where any physical vessels have disappeared is Bermuda Triangle.
Oh.
Which you know where that is.
No,
It's
all of NASA's
basically
rockets
right
go
there.
disappear there.
Well, NASA's rockets go out beyond this atmosphere.
No, they do not. Okay, you want to believe this bull?
I've seen them go,
noddle.
personally.
You want to believe this? That's fine.
Have you ever seen
Have
a rocket launch?
Happy life.
Have you ever seen a rocket launch? Personally, have you?
I've seen it on film. That's all.
No, I've seen them personally, and they do disappear.
I'm happy for you. I am not going to
Thanks
argue
for sharing.
with you.
Thanks for sharing.